Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am welcoming all new subscribers. Thank you so much for finding me and subscribing. I'm just kind of a little bit in shock. For those of you who've been with me all this time, I can feel you cheering for me because for those of you that don't know, my numbers were skyrocketing and all of a sudden I've been clamped down, silenced since middle of August is when my numbers just came to a head. And you could see that with all of the subscribers I was getting, I had subscribers that were getting automatically unsubscribed accidentally on purpose, and their notifications were being erased as well. And so the fact that we've reached this threshold of surpassing whatever formula I'm on to keep my subscriber number the same, it seems like we're moving out of that. I'm just floored. So on that note, I welcome and you might want to consider checking your subscriptions and notifications to this channel on a regular basis, because even my longer term subscribers, they have gotten unsubscribed and don't get their notifications, and it's kind of heartbreaking, but I'm just so excited that it feels like we're moving out of this. Yay! So I know you guys are going to enjoy this video because it's really cool, especially on impeachment day. Okay, thanks. I hope you enjoy it. Holy cow. At the new moon and the full moon, just trust me, I have a 1 and a 1 here. Rick Gates drew the sun. This is like the signifier in a reading. In the Tarotstrology, the first house has to do with one's identity. So Rick Gates, at this full moon, his mode was who he is, his identity is revealing everything he possibly can. Mike Pompeo, at the new moon and the full moon, he had the sun as his signifier, meaning things would be revealed. And here we have Rick Gates providing and helping with this information. Just yesterday, he was sentenced. So that tells me that triggered this tower moment for Pompeo. He and Rick Gates, holy crap. Okay, so in terms of the defenses of the United States of America, in terms of one's security in your house of home, how you defend your home, how you defend yourself, how you have a sense of security, here we go. Another exact match with Rick Gates. Rick Gates, when it comes to defense of home and security, drew the Page of Wands in that fourth house. It's what everything bears down on. Like the heavens are bearing down to this point, this kind of karmic point in the chart. So the Page of Wands for me is always like the news from Russia / Saudi Arabia that comes in, and that person shares that information and takes action. He and Pompeo aligned exactly at the full moon there. So there was some information that came in from Russia. Here we have the King of Wands crowning all this with Pompeo's tower moment. And Pompeo, at the new moon 2 weeks ago, this news from Russia and abroad is the thing that was giving him life for this whole lunar cycle. So that's like having the card of the reading as the Page of Wands. He's the one that deals with the news and information coming from overseas, and Rick Gates nailed him on it, and he's having this tower moment. Rick Gates also, I can't believe how much they have in tandem here perfectly. And I say that because when I'm comparing these the spreads to everybody here. For them to have an exact match of a card in the same location is exceptional. Because usually they have matches in different places, and that's how you can tell people are in cahoots together and conspiring together on a given topic. Wow. So Rick Gates nailed him there again. He also nailed him when it comes to our partnerships, opponents, other people, agreements, with the Four of Cups. Did I have the Four of Cups? Four of Cups. Rick Gates had this reversed, meaning when you're pondering something, whether to do it or not, when it reverses, it means you've taken action and stepped forward. So Rick Gates stepped up and he's like, here, this is what the mafia is doing. He was a match to this on Pompeo dealing with the mafia, and now is having a tower moment because Rick Gates nailed him on information from Russia, how they're manipulating Pompeo, and he's just going to reveal all that. Wow. Rick Gates got him again with the King of Wands from lands far away. Rick Gates again gave it up for Pompeo regarding the King of Wands, and because Rick Gates's King of Wands came in the 6th house, that has to do with public servants, the military, investigations. And so Rick Gates gave up some information about how our public servants are working with Russia and maybe their military and maybe planning the investigation. Rick Gates gave that up on Pompeo, and now that is crowning Pompeo. Dang. Rick Gates again. The Knight of Swords. We have here's the Knight of Swords. You want to hear how else Rick Gates nailed Pompeo on the Knight of Swords? Rick Gates, the Knight of Swords, the spy. Rick Gates had this show up as if it were crowning his reading. But in the horoscope, it showed up in the 10th house of achievements, in the public skies, everything we can see about someone. So Rick Gates gave up the fact that Pompeo, related to being a spy, espionage, not registering FARA, is a foreign agent for someone else. Rick Gates had that, his 10th house, but Pompeo had it down here in the 5th house of the sun. The sun has there are so many ways you can look at this. So Rick Gates gave up Pompeo being a spy for Donald, Pompeo being a spy, Pompeo using his role creatively, being a spy, the fact that maybe Pompeo loves being a spy. That's what Rick Gates gave up on him. And so that's why Pompeo fears the Page of Swords. So that's all Rick Gates has on Pompeo. But he's having a tower moment the day of the impeachment. Wah, 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 wah. Oh. Pompeo is like emotionally eating right now, you guys. I don't think he can stop. I think that's why he doesn't want to go to jail. He's afraid of not having good food. The food is so important to him in dealing with all of this. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying this guy is a huge emotional eater, and you can just see it when he's testifying. And I'm an emotional eater sometimes too. I'm not as bad as I used to be because I cleansed and I got all that crap out of my body. Pompeo could use a good cleansing. It will set you free. Okay, I digress. So what was I talking about? You guys, come on. You guys are supposed to remind me. What am I talking about? Oh, well, here, I'll talk about something. You know what else? Oh, no, that's not it. Well, it's just that now Paul Manafort at the full moon, his secrets had everything to do with the Emperor, Donald, and death. People getting whacked, things that are changing. He and Pompeo were a match because Pompeo, where's the death? Okay, Pompeo had this death card in the environment. What's going on? At the full moon, Pompeo had this in his first house of identity of who he is. This is like the signifier. So I have some questions now. Why were Mitch and McTurtle and McMayonnaise hoping for the tower moment? And what the heck is this death card? I need more cards. Those are being used. Those are being used. Okay. We have all these decks that are being in use right now. So let's get to some clarifiers. So this deck is kind of grody. See, I am buying new decks at the eclipses because they carry eclipse energy so well. And I believe this is the second eclipse because, man, that first deck I got at the beginning of July wore out within a month. And I think this has to do with a full moon eclipse at the end of July. So, how apropos, we are in the eclipse portal heading towards December 25th. That's why everything feels so imminent. We can't undo stuff. We are barreling towards that eclipse. And the reason why it feels like we have no energy or momentum to convert it is because we're running on fumes. We need eclipse energy to get us to go. So that's why everything's kind of stagnating and fearful. And it seems like something could go wrong or the bottom's going to fall out. But it's not, because nobody, not the Republicans, not the Democrats, nobody can overcome this sense of being unfueled. What do I have to reverse here? What needs reversing? There. Okay. Pompeo. The environment is with death. Please tell me, what's dying? What is it that's dying? What is dying, Pompeo? In the past, this is Ivanka, you guys. She is always the Page of Cups, and she has worked a lot with Pompeo. She shows up frequently with him. So the past, Ivanka, to right now, Speaker Pelosi has no love for Pompeo. I'm guessing that Ivanka got to Speaker Pelosi first. Jeez. What you gonna do, Speaker Pelosi? What does this mean? Page of Swords, she knows he's a spy. Off with your head. She's gonna chop your head off and you won't even know you're bleeding, Pompeo. You're dead. It's at the base of this. The base is that Speaker Pelosi and Ivanka gave up the information on his plans and turned them on his head. He's screwed. He's going nowhere. That plan is done. What's the challenge with him? Emperor Don. There you go. There's the impeachment. There's the New York courts. And all the new money, the new power is coming quickly. Pompeo, it's a nightmare. That is what death is. Pompeo is done. Remember, he has the Hanged Man card, which is coming in the future. He's not indicted yet. Damn. Wow. Okay, so I'm getting hot. Okay, we need to talk about this tower moment. Now we understand what this tower moment is. I just want to know why Mitch and who's this? Who's this Yahoo? Oh, McMayonnaise. Why they were hoping for a tower moment. Mitch, McMayonnaise, why are you hoping for this tower moment? You want Pompeo to get nailed? In the past, because they've been working on... Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's been working on this? Or is this because of data? Mulvaney and Mitch with the Eight of Pentacles. That could be Bill Barr. It could be data. It could be the machine. The propaganda machine. Mick and Mitch, why are you hoping for a tower moment? Leading to this new money, the new power, which is going to lead to what? You're hoping for this because you guys want to be comfortable and secure. The tower moment is going to lead to Mitch and, to their security. Why? What's at the root of this? Why does this lead to your security? Oh, because Mitch and Mick got caught. They probably have sealed indictments somewhere or sealed whatever, but they've come down. They are not going to be the martyr for Pompeo. They're done. They're coming down from this and hoping this happens, I guess, to Pompeo. What's the challenge, Mitch and Mick? They're so screwed. The challenge is they have a blind spot. They don't even know that Rick Gates has nailed Mitch and Mulvaney. Oh my gosh, this is so fun during the impeachment. Oh my God. Can I have some clarifiers? The Sun, the news coming from Russia about Putin, and the plans have gone awry is what's headed for Mitch and they think this is what they're getting away with, but I don't think they realize they're going to get slammed by Rick Gates. The Knight of Wands. I think Rick Gates, Knight of Swords. Rick, yep. Oh gosh, this mutual reception, I love it. This is Rick Gates. He drew the Knight of Wands, the person that takes action, in the House of the Sun. The challenge for Mitch and Mick is the House of the Sun, and do they have a relationship to the Knight of Wands? Ooh, Mulvaney definitely has. Oh, so Mulvaney drew the Knight of Wands at both the full moon and the new moon. So he's taking a lot of action on this. Mulvaney might be more secure than we think. Mitch is screwed. Oh, well. Okay, I'm going to stop here. This was very interesting. Okay, I'm off today. Have fun impeaching.